Hello again. Oh man, it's been a bit. Man, past. How long has it been? 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks. I'm gonna say 4. Being a little rough. Being a little rough work-wise. A lot of stuff just piling on my plate, and I'm getting to some days where I can't even get the work I'm supposed to get done. Oh, man, just firing it up again. Just blowing off some steam with you folks. Couple things. I think in my at least the last couple of times, I mentioned that this game was made by Enterbrain? That's my mistake. Enterbrain are the dudes that make, like, the RPG Maker. I guess the RPG Maker, engine. And RPG Maker's series of tools. This is made by Entergram. So I brought this up with a friend who is, for lack of a better term, like a VN aficionado. And he had some words to say about this Entergram company. So apparently they're the guys that do the Ryukishi 09, I think. Either the remakes or the ports. I guess they're remakes. But they also do the English releases, and he kind of did a side-by-side of, like, I guess he cracked the thing open in a hex editor. And in Japanese, there's a unique character they use that's like new line. And if you look at the Japanese one, they use it pretty consistently. With the English releases though, that's missing. That's why you get that weird cutting off of words there. And then I told him, oh, okay. Is it just this game? And he's like, no. Like, yeah, it's really odd they make those choices. And he also told me that the ones that managed to get ported to PC, at the very least, the community mods in these little fixes here and there. I was even told there was a title, I think, one of the semicolon series, I'm not sure which one, that was previously a port from a port from console, and it didn't have mouse and keyboard support, which is kind of wild. And then of course the community built up around it, made mods, so that's reassuring. It isn't just the Western titles that are busted and having to get modded to work properly. It's also the Japanese release stuff, so that's fun. Incredible. That being said, I don't know, if you're an Akukin, you already bought this thing like 4 times. One for each of the major stores with the different pre-orders. So I'm not gonna harp on it too much. Yeah. From what I understand, there's a certain circumstance, because I poked around everywhere, and I don't know, I'm probably blind. Someone point that out, like where the chapter delineations are in this. I didn't see it in like the chapter entry or the save entries or any of the sort. So I had a friend who completed this tell me, heads up, after this circumstance is the end of chapter 2, which is where we're gonna stop. I don't know. Maybe they'll one day lift that embargo on it. Then we can go back and watch that, or I can play and just give my comments. But yeah, these just bit of a warning with these Enterbrand things. And it looks like my controller is no longer working. Oh, there it is. Okay, last we left off was the Fubuki tangent. I believe. Let's... We'd already gone there, so I really shouldn't. I'm sorry, I guess I can after all. I dropped my head in shame and put the devil's sauce back.
そうですか。残念です。でも、無理強いするのは良くないですよね。好みは人それぞれですから。さあ、食事を続けましょう。
I breathed a sigh of relief seeing Sister back down so easily. After that, we continue our meal in silence. As for the remaining soup, it seems like Miss Aqua took full responsibility and ate every last drop. Hmm? It's been a week since the little soup incident. Miss Aqua still makes mistakes, but she's improving at her job. And today, she's in my room, putting her heart and soul into cleaning the bookshelves.
今日もお掃除頑張るぞ。どんな埃も見逃さない。高いところもなんのその踏み台あれば余裕です。だって私はパーフェクトメイドアクアだもん。おや、こんなところに埃が。ふっふ、私の目はごまかせないよ。必殺はたき攻撃、ちょりゃらららら。
She sweeps the duster skillfully, clearing every crevice of the bookshelves from dust.
うわー、やめてくれ、攻撃しないでくれ。ふはは、誇りに生まれたことを後悔しなさい。
I'm right here, Aqua.
ほらほら、ここがいいんでしょ。ここをこすられると落ちちゃうんでしょ。ラメ落ちちゃう。ほこり落ちちゃう。
Thanks to Miss Aqua's diligent effort, the dust from the bookshelves is steadily piling up on the floor. I'm surprised how much dust there is, even though you clean it every day.
そうなんですよ。特にほこりは小さいですから隙間に入りやすくて。でもだからこそやりがいを感じるんです。掃除って結果が分かりやすいですし、床に落ちたほこりを集めてると今日はこんなに頑張ったぞって自分を褒めたくなります。まあお仕事だから頑張るのは当たり前なんですけど。
Is it the angle? But her head looks... never mind. Miss Aqua casually chatters away while dusting. You're very hardworking, Miss Aqua. I'd say you're already a first-class maid.
そうですか？嬉しいです。よーし、気合い入りました。今日は砂粒一つ見逃しませんよ。おりゃらららら。
Shouting battle cries, she shuffles left and right, cleaning every nook and cranny of the shelves. And as I watch her little theatrics, my eyes catch a conspicuous step stool. I didn't notice until now, but Miss Aqua has gotten her own very own personalized step stool. It has 2 circles and a bright red semicircle painted on it. Oh, I see you've got yourself a new step stool.
マリンが街で買ってきてくれたものに私が猫の絵を描いたんです。結構うまく描けたと思いません？
This is supposed to be a cat?
もちろんですよ。じゃなかったら何に見えるんですか？
Well, now that you mention it, maybe it kind of does? It's a cat?
ですよね。猫といえばこれみたいな猫加減ですよね。
So, does it have a name?
猫は猫ですよ。NEKO で猫。
Huh. Misako has an eccentric, weird side to her that I can't quite put into words. Though I'm getting used to it as I spend more time with her, and I'm actually starting to find her oddball quirks kinda cute.
よし、高いところの掃除終わりです。次はテーブルを掃除しますね。
She squeezes out a rag and starts wiping the table down. And while watching her clean enthusiastically, I keep the conversation going. You've been here about a week, so have you gotten used to the lifestyle?
はい、ちゃんと夜も眠れてますし、あまり緊張もしなくなりました。
That's good to hear. You looked so frightened and lost when I first met you.
人見知りなんですよ。今だってご主人様と話すことを決めてからじゃないと雑談できませんし。
What do you mean? I've never felt that way, so I can't say I understand how you feel.
朝起きた時に今日はご主人様と何を喋ろうかなって決めておくんです。天気の話とかご飯の話とか庭に来た猫の話とかいろいろな話題を思い浮かべて、そうやって話すことを決めてからご主人様を起こしに行くんです。
You don't need to think so hard about it. You can just be yourself and talk to me normally.
これが私の普通なんですよ。ご主人様は人と喋るとき変なこと言ったらどうしようとか無言になったらどうしようって考えないんですか？
I shake my head.
いいなぁ、羨ましいです。
I don't really get it, but I can somewhat see that she's really troubled by this. I feel I should say something, but I'm not sure what to say. Though I don't want to pretend like I know how she truly feels.
よし、テーブル拭き終わりです。今日は天気がいいですからお布団も干しちゃいましょうか。
Good idea. I'll help.
ダメですって。ご主人様を手伝わせているなんてバレたらマリンに怒られちゃいます。ご主人様は座っててください。一人でできますから。
Misako gleams, full of confidence, taking on the arduous task of taking out the bedding.
まずはシーツを剥がして、これは洗うから布団の上に乗せて。
Oh shoot. Yeah, if you hear explosions in the background, it's people setting off fireworks. It is such a weekend. Though I swear there was an ordinance, like, against. Because the last time there was a holiday, people were setting it off way late into the night, like 2, 3 a.m. Just non-stop. And enough complained that there was like a general ban on them. So I don't know if it was lifted, but I'm actually surprised that stuff's going off still. Well, only time will tell.
布団を持ち上げ、持ち上げ。
The bedding used by the nobility is filled to the brim with down and quite thick. They're extremely heavy, so Misako will probably experience a harrowing trial, trying to carry them all by herself.
ダメ、全然持ち上がらない。
I really think I should lend a hand.
大丈夫です。メイドとしてちゃんとお仕事やり遂げます。行くぞー、メイドパワー。
With a determined heave, she manages to lift up the bedding. However, her delicate frame wobbles side to side, and it looks like she might tumble over at any moment.
布団が分厚くて前が見えません。確か廊下はこっちだったは
Misako wobbles forward, her legs shaking, barely holding up the bedding in her arms. Is she really going to be alright? A little dolly or something in the mansion for the especially heavy stuff. Miss Aqua somehow manages to make it across the hallway and down the stairs to the first floor. She did stop to rest several times, but she never once dropped the bedding. I suppose she's trying her best not to stain my bedding.
あともうちょっとでももうダメ
Miss Aqua's body sways and starts to slowly tip forward. But just as I'm about to run to catch her, someone else jumps in to rescue her.
セーフもうアクタン気をつけなよ
Almost as if Miss Marin is gracefully embracing Miss Aqua, she effortlessly supports both Miss Aqua and the bedding from falling. She grins widely as our eyes meet, and I get the impression she's saying, "I'll take it from here."
マリンもう力仕事の時は呼びなさいって言ったでしょアクタン力がないんだからでもマリンだって忙しいしそんなの気にしなくていいって無茶して怪我でもしたらどうするのほら半分持ってあげるから一緒に行くわよはーい
The two hold up the bedding on each side and carry it out to the clothesline outside. I'm sure Miss Marin will take care of the rest. When I look out the window to the garden, I see a bunch of laundry, ready to be washed and hung up to dry. In the midst of it all, Miss Aqua is bustling back and forth non-stop. She draws water from the well, then washes, and hangs up the laundry to dry. After she's finished with that, she starts sweeping the garden. It's still early summer, but the sun's so blazing hot that I'm sweating even though I'm inside. Miss Aqua, working outside, must be drenched in sweat. This better not be going where I think it is. I'll bring her something to drink. I'm sure she'll like that. After getting some drinks from Miss Marin, I bring Miss Aqua inside to the dining room. Phew, sure is hot outside. Aren't you thirsty?
乾いてますけど
Oh, that's perfect. Here's some water. There's a little orange mixed in as well.
ありがとうございます
Miss Aqua timidly thanks me and accepts the cup. Watching her lips touch the glass, I drink some as well.
あー、美味しい
Does this not contradict that whole having a meal with nobility? I'm sitting here kicking back with, whatever. I'm glad. Sorry, it's just something simple.
いえそんなむしろごめんなさい私そんな大変に見えましたか
I guess, but there's no need to apologize. I did this because I wanted to.
じゃあありがとうございます
It's nothing. You're welcome. Conversation strangely comes to an abrupt end, and the air feels awkward between us for some reason. Sorry. Just take a little swig of water here. For a while, we just sit there, dead silent, not saying a single word. Then, out of the blue, she breaks the silence.
どうしてこんなに気にかけてくれるんですか私は単なるメイドで褒められるようなことはしてないのに
Uh-oh. Please don't say such things. You have many wonderful qualities, Miss Aqua.
でもドジだし体力ないし 陰キャだし。
You know, insert that graphic about Moe here. So you know which one But I enjoy talking with you, and you're an amazing hard worker. I know that you've been diligently writing everything Miss Marin teaches you in your notebook.
あれはよく失敗するから、これ以上迷惑かけちゃいけないなって思って、恥ずかしいです。
Trying to hide her embarrassment, she turns her head down as she nervously fidgets by pressing the tips of her index finger together.
どうしてそんなに私に優しくしてくれるんですか?
Just probing here. That's because... One answer immediately leaps to mind, but I can't dare say it. Oh, come on, Theo, just confess. Because if I told her how I truly feel, like I love you, then everything might fall apart. I guess you could say I'm just interested, that's all.
そうですか.
After I say that, she seems even more flustered and lost in thought. My thoughtless lie causes a twinge of pain in my heart. I don't know what to do or say anymore, so I abruptly stand up. Right, I'll be going back to my room. Would you please return the cups to the kitchen for me?
あ、はい、ありがとうございました。
I hand the cup to Miss Aqua and head towards the common room door. Then, making sure I was far enough away that she wouldn't hear me, I let out a deep sigh. There's no way I can tell her. The real reason that I'm nice to Miss Aqua. I can't tell her it's because I fell in love with you. Yeah. I'm thinking back on the last bit from like meeting until I guess that incident with the soup. Was there anything that was clear? I don't know. It's been 3 weeks, but I feel like I missed something here. Okay, I'll chalk it up to young love. Oh, here we
アクア
go.
リウム。なんとなく気になるからか。
While washing the cups in the kitchen, Aqua repeats Theo's words out loud.
なんとなくってどういう意味なんだろう。私のこと好きになっちゃったとか。ってないない。テオは貴族で私はメイドなんだし。あの真面目なテオがメイドに告白するなんて想像できないよ。
However, no matter how much she tries to deny the possibility, it doesn't stop her heart from pounding relentlessly.
もしだよ。万が一テオがメイドの私を好きになったとしても、夢の中の女の子が私だって気づいたら絶対に嫌われる。大嫌いって言っちゃってテオを傷つけたこと絶対許してくれないよ。はあ、なんで私あんなこと言っちゃったんだろう。
Aqua stops washing the dishes and wipes the tears welling up in the corner of her eyes.
泣いちゃダメ。あの時のことは全部私が悪いんだから。それにテオが記憶を失ったのだって私のせいだし。だから私に幸せになる資格なんてどこに。
Oops. Unable to hold down her overflowing emotions, she finally breaks, and the tears she held back come rushing all at once. However, she's all alone, with no one to comfort her. It's been about 2 weeks since then. Miss Aqua is working hard as usual as she continues her life in the mansion. I've also gotten so used to her being around, I can hardly imagine my life without her anymore. But that's exactly the problem, I mutter to myself as I lean against the window and look outside, and recall what happened this morning.
おはようございます、ご主人様。今日はよく眠れましたか？寝癖すごいですよ。直してあげますね。今日の朝ごはんも一生懸命作りました。食べていただけますか？してほしいことがあれば何でも言ってくださいね、ご主人様。
My heart flutters with Misako's every word and gesture. But being with a maid, that'll spell all sorts of trouble. I'm pretty sure in noble society that was still something that's like, although frowned upon, just kind of ignored. Whatever.
そうですね。あまり良くはないですね。
I jump at the sudden voice coming from behind me. When I turn around, I see Sister smiling mischievously.
いい反応ですね。
Don't scare me like that. Please, at least knock or something.
ちゃんとしましたよ。返事はなかったですけど。
Oh man. That gap right here. Sister gazes out the window nonchalantly. She sees Misako sweeping the garden.
アクアさん、真面目ですよね。慣れない環境だというのに、毎日頑張ってると思います。それに可愛いですし。だから、テオが惹かれてしまうのも無理はないと思います。ですが、それが何を意味するかは分かっていますよね。
Serious tone tinges Sister's voice. Confronted with the truth I've been trying to ignore, my mouth becomes heavy. Yes, I understand, because of the different social strata, a noble and a maid cannot be together.
ご名答です。テオはフランスワ家の大事な跡取り。当然、嫁いでくる人の血統も大事です。貴族は貴族と結婚し、家の価値を高める。それが貴族として生まれたものの定めです。
I can only listen to Sister's words in silence. My preordained fate has been etched into me ever since childhood. I understand it all too well, which only adds to the frustration boiling within me.
諦めなさい、テオ。アクアさんのためにも。私はアクアさんのいいところをいっぱい知っています。ですが、市政の人々にとって彼女は単なるメイドです。貴族をたぶらかした性悪女という悪名を彼女に着せる気ですか？
That's quite a leap. Sister speaks harshly, but nothing she says is wrong. Even if I were to be with Miss Aqua, no one would approve of it. My heart sinks as I feel the weight of the reality that I didn't want to accept as true.
よくよく考えてください。何が自分とアクアさんにとって一番の幸せか。決して軽はずみな答えは出さないようにしっかり悩みなさい。
Saying no more, Sister leaves the room.
アクアリウム。
Oh? After leaving Theo's room, Fubuki heads toward the common room. She sits down and looks around the room.
誰もいませんよね。いませんよね。はあ、疲れた。
Fubuki relaxes her body and leans forward onto the desk.
勘弁してくださいよ。 私だってあんなこと言いたくありませんよ。でも誰かが言わないといけませんし。は
お嬢様も大変ですね。
あ、驚かさないでよマリー。
おっと、これは失礼しました。
テオとの話聞いてたの？
はい、お嬢様が思い詰めた顔をしていたので、ずっとそばで控えていました。
本音は？
野じ馬根性です。
よろしい。アクアさんとテオを合わせたのはテオの記憶を取り戻すためでした。でも同時にいつかお互いが惹かれ合ってしまうのも分かっていたわ。
ってことは、ご主人様がアクタンに惚れちゃうのも想定内ってことです？
ええ、幼い頃の記憶がなくても人の好みはそう変わらないでしょうし。
Ah, that's really... You could easily frame this in a way where it's like, yeah, she brought her back to get the memories back, but also to rip them up. Nah. Like, I want to frame it that way, but just the way this is, it doesn't... There's no real malice behind what Fubuki was trying to do.
なのに二人の恋愛を止めちゃうんですか？応援してあげればいいのに。
私個人としては応援したいですよ。弟の幸せは私の幸せですし。でも貴族の姉としては通すべき筋は通さないといけません。私が良くてもお父様や領民が何というか、おそらくいい反応はされないでしょう。辛い道を歩もうとしているのに手放しで応援してはそれこそ無責任です。
Feeling lost and troubled, Fubuki woefully sighs. Okay, alright. Her pride as a noble and her heart as an older sister continue to clash, causing more wrinkles to appear on her face.
真面目ですね。これからはどうするおつもりで？
言うべきことは言いました。あとは二人次第でしょう。私に言われて諦めるようであればそれでよし。諦めきれないなら精一杯あがいてもらう。二人の人生です。私はただ見守るだけですよ。
見守るって大変ですよね。手を出した方が簡単な時も多いですし。
ええ、本当に。でもそれはマリンも一緒でしょ。アクアさんのことずっと気にしているようですし。
アクタンのことは大好きですからね。つい目で追っちゃうんですよ。でもアクタンのことなら心配いりませんよ。陰キャの豆腐メンタルに見えて芯はしっかりしてますから。
信頼しているのですね、アクアさんのこと。
はい、私アクタンなら埋めると思ってますから。割とマジで。アクアリ
For several days after Sister's warning, I'd been lost in thought, struggling to come to terms with my conflicted emotions. Common sense tells me that giving up on my feelings for Miss Aqua is the right thing to do. I can confess, but then also be honest about the difficulty of the arrangement. I think that would be like you get it off your chest, but you can also open up, or not open up. You can also get some closure on the issue. I don't know. In a lot of these, like, the solution is maybe just talk it over. But no, you wouldn't have a visual novel if you did that. But even so, I can't get rid of this burning feeling in me. What should I do?
ご主人様、何か悩み事ですか？
I just have a lot on my mind, that's all. How about you, Miss Aqua? Do you have any worries?
私は、いつもよくしてもらえてますし、特には美味しいご飯と温かいお布団で寝られるだけでも幸せですし。
You know what? That's a good attitude to have. Just kind of being content. I wish I was like that. But isn't that a given?
全然普通じゃないですよ。実家にいた頃はお肉なんてめったに食べられませんでしたし、寝るところも隙間風で寒いし、それに比べれば今は天国みたいな生活ですよ。
Misako smiles as she says this, but inside, this revelation leaves me completely shell-shocked and at a loss for words. Compared to the mansion as a whole, the maids' rooms are like shacks. There's no carpet and hardly any furniture. Despite that, it's like paradise to her. Once again, I'm reminded how truly fortunate I am.
普段は節約している家だったんですけど、唯一プレゼントをもらえる日があって、それが私の誕生日だったんです。パパもママも私のために新しい遊び道具とか服を作ってくれて、懐かしいな。手作りだから不格好なところもあったんですけど、それがまた嬉しくて、毎日が誕生日ならいいのにって本気で思ってました。
Miss Aqua speaks so fondly of her memories. It's refreshing to see because she rarely talks about herself. That sounds really nice. When's your birthday, Miss Aqua?
8月の8日です。
8-8. Oh, I see. Oh, isn't that soon? Today's August 1st, so it's only a week away. Are you going home for your birthday?
いえ、お仕事がありますから、両親には手紙だけ送っておきます。
Oh, then in that case...
あと特別にお祝いとかしなくても大丈夫ですから。
As if knowing what I'm about to say, she shuts me down before I can even speak.
だってメイドの誕生日をご主人様が祝うとか、どう考えても変じゃないですか。逆ならまだわかりますけど。
That's... well, you're not wrong about that. I nod awkwardly in agreement with Miss Aqua's logic. It's a fact that we've never celebrated Miss Marin's birthday, nor has she ever asked us to. But now that I'm aware of my feelings for Miss Aqua, I can't back down. At the very least, I want to show her my gratitude and create an occasion where we can celebrate Miss Aqua's birthday together.
ご主人様、変なこと考えてませんよね。
Yes. Don't worry. I won't cause you any trouble, Miss Aqua.
答えになってませんよ。本当に何もしなくていいですからね。
I smile in response to Miss Aqua's reminder. But in my head, I start thinking about how I can celebrate Miss Aqua's birthday. Okay, I think we should leave it at that for now. Miss Aqua leaves, and I head to my room and begin planning a birthday party for her. I want to make it as grand as possible, but there's one problem. I have to keep this an absolute secret from Miss Aqua and, of course, Sister. Pretty sure Sister doesn't want me getting any closer to Miss Aqua. So if she finds out that I'm doing this for Miss Aqua, Sister will surely try to shut it all down. So, I have to make sure she never finds out until just before the birthday party. At the very least, we need a cake and some presents. But it's not like I can just waltz out whenever I like. I only have a week, so I need to hurry. I think Miss Marin should be in the kitchen right now.
ケーキを作ってほしいですか？
Yes, for August 8th. Could you do that for me?
構いませんけど、その日何かあるんですか？
I momentarily think about lying to Miss Marin, but I end up telling her everything about my plans for the birthday party. I can't freely leave the mansion on my own to go out and buy the things I need, so I have no choice but to rely on her.
アクタンの誕生日会をするのは賛成ですけど、この話はお嬢様も知ってるんですか？
No, I plan on keeping the secret from her because she'll try to stop me.
そうですか。
Even if sister finds out, I'll take full responsibility. So can you help me, please, Miss Marin?
まあ、ご主人様にお願いされたら断れないですしね。わかりました。お嬢様には黙っておきますよ。必要なのはケーキだけですか？プレゼントはどうします？
I'm thinking of making her a small cat figure. Miss Aqua loves cats, you see. I'm sure she'd be delighted, since she said her parents always gave her handmade presents. Could you get me some wood and a small crafting knife from the market? Miss Marin nods and promises she'll go shopping for me. It's noon the next day, and Miss Marin brought me the materials, so I spread them out on my desk and began making Miss Aqua's present. Attempting to make a palm-sized cat figure, I pick up the crafting knife and start carving. But since I don't have a lot of experience making stuff like this, it's kind of hard to make it the way I picture in my head. Focus all of my concentration on making it the best I can, and time passes in a blink of an eye. Ugh, my eyes and hands hurt. I guess I should take a...
ご主人様、開けていいですか？
No. Please, hold a minute. I reply in a panic and scurry to hide everything. Sorry to keep you waiting. Come in.
失礼します。もしかしてお取り込み中でしたか？
No, don't worry about it. It was just bad timing, that's all. I reply to Miss Aqua, who's carrying a large basket. She must have brought me some clean laundry.
あれ、ご主人様のズボン、すごく汚れてません？
They are. I look down and see my pants covered in wood shavings. Seems that in my haste to put everything away, I've scattered the shavings on myself.
机の下も汚れちゃってますし、すぐに掃除しますね。でも、どうしてこんなに木くずだらけなんですか？
That's because... I can't say it. It's because I'm making a birthday present for her. If I do, she'll surely refuse it and tell me to stop. It's just a little hobby of mine. Don't worry about it.
木を削るのが趣味なんですか？
Oof. That expression is kind of piercing. I've always had the impression Aqua wasn't one to look someone straight in the eyes like that. I nod, though Miss Aqua looks at me with skeptical eyes. But seconds later, she claps her hands.
あ、でもちょっとわかります。木って削るといい匂いしますよね。森の香りっていうか。私も実家で薪割りを手伝った時に、気に入った匂いの薪は燃やさないで部屋に飾ってました。
Yeah, that's it. And the sound when carving is quite soothing.
ご主人様って意外と陰キャな趣味持ってるんですね。ちょっと親近感湧いちゃいます。ではお着替えと掃除の準備をしますね。少々お待ちください。
Without pursuing the matter any further, she turns around and begins working with her hands. I have to be more careful from now on. Perfect. There. It's finally done. 4 days after I started, the cat figure is finally complete. The center of the body is hollow, so it can be used as an air freshener by putting a cloth soaked in perfume inside. Now, as long as Miss Marin finishes the cake in time, Everything will be perfect.
ご主人様、談話室でお嬢様がお待ちです。
Thank you. I'll head over now. I look at my watch, but it's still a little bit early for dinner. Why is she calling for me, I wonder? Uh-oh, busted. I carefully place the finished cat figure in my desk drawer and head towards the common room with Miss Aqua. We arrive at the common room and find Sister and Miss Marin waiting for us. The two look at us with a frown, which makes me anxious to hear what they have to say.
私が先月ホワイト家で開かれたお茶会に参加したことを覚えていますか？
Oh no. Yeah? That was the time I couldn't go. I remember it clearly, as that was the day I met Miss Aqua for the first time. I was supposed to attend the tea party, but Sister went in my stead, concerned that I was feeling under the weather. According to Sister, the White family served only the most fabulous treats and tea. They really spared no expense for her.
とても素晴らしい会でしたし、招かれっぱなしというわけにはいきません。
Oh.
そこでホワイト家の皆さんをうちにお招きしてパーティーを開きたいと思います。先方の都合を伺ったところ、8月8日が都合いいということでした。
Hearing that date causes a cold sweat to drip down my spine. August 8th is Miss Aqua's birthday. Although I have yet to tell Sister, that's the day I'm planning on having Miss Aqua's birthday party. Could we have it on a different day? It just feels too sudden.
この日しか無理ということでした。急いで準備をする必要がありますね。
But if we rush things, we may dishonor them with a poor, unsatisfactory welcome. Surely moving it to a later date would...
ホワイト家と親交を深めることはフランスワ家の役に立ちます。それにマリンとアクアさんならなんとかなると思いますよ。二人とも頼めますか？はい、
精一杯頑張ります。お嬢様の依頼ですし、なんとかしますよ。
よろしい。ではパーティーのために必要なものをまとめましょう。マリン、紙とペンを。
Following Sister's lead, we begin going over the details for the party. My brain is working overtime trying to figure out a way to still have Miss Aqua's birthday on top of all of this. After our discussion, I ask Miss Marin to come to my room.
いやー、お嬢様も無茶言いますよね。急にパーティーやるなんて。まあ向こうの都合もあるから仕方ないんでしょうけど。
Do you think we can still manage to make the cake and do the party preparations for Miss Aqua? At the same time, no less.
いやー、さすがに厳しいですよ。ケーキは日持ちしないですから、当日に作らなきゃいけないですし。そもそも今すぐにでもパーティーの準備をしないといけませんから、何かを手作りするってのが難しいです。
Not as much. For nobility, social parties like this are prestigious events where family honor is put on the line. It's not something that can be done half-heartedly. That day is also Miss Aqua's birthday, so I want to make time to celebrate with her in some way. It'd be great if I could leave the party at some point and celebrate her birthday together somewhere. Just the two of us.
そんなことしたらお嬢様に怒られますよ。貴族の責務を放り出してメイドにかまけてるとは何事だって。最悪アクタンがクビになるかもしれませんよ。
Miss Marin's reasoning is sound. I can't refute her. I don't want to be separated from Miss Aqua, so I have to avoid that at all costs. Then I'll just have to persuade Sister before then somehow. If I can't do that, I'll have no choice but to give up.
説得なんて無理ですよ。メイドよりも貴族を優先するのは当たり前のことなんですから。
That may be true, but I can't give up without at least trying. So it's absolutely ridiculous that I can't celebrate Miss Aqua's birthday just because she's a maid. I declare my strong resolve. What?
アクアさんの誕生日をお祝いしたい
Oh
です
shoot.
か？
Alright, whatever. Sister sighs deeply after hearing my request. Ah, shoot. Let's see. Huh. That's an interesting cut. Sister sighs deeply after hearing my request.
ちゃんと許可をもらいに来たことは褒めましょう。ですが、答えはもちろんノーです。その日は社交パーティーがあります。メイドのために使う時間なんて1分たりともありません。
But this is a special day for her. That only comes once a year. I could just have a few.
そもそも、貴族がメイドの誕生日を祝うこと自体がおかしな話です。そのぐらいの常識、テオも分かっていると思いましたよ。
Even if she is a maid, Miss Aqua is very important to me. So why can't we at least celebrate on her birthday? Or celebrate her birthday. Derp.
もうやめてください。
Well, here we go. Miss Aqua. I've been too preoccupied trying to convince Sister. I didn't even notice Miss Aqua entering the common room.
ご主人様、いつ私がお誕生日を祝ってほしいってお願いしたんですか？むしろやめてくださいって言いましたよね。
But I was just hoping to...
ご主人様に大切に思ってもらえるのはすごく嬉しいです。でも私のせいでお二人が喧嘩するのは見ていられません。ご主人様のお気持ちだけで十分ですから、誕生日会は諦めてくれませんか？
If that's what you want, and I guess there's nothing I can do. My whole body deflates. I never imagined she'd reject me like this so strongly. Since Miss Aqua said it herself, there's nothing else I can do but give up. Darn it.
ごめんなさい、ご主人様。
As Theo leaves the room, Aqua bows deeply.
お嬢様、私の答えは正しかったでしょうか？
はい、メイドとしては100点だったと思います。テオを止めてくれてありがとうございます。テオはフランスワ家の後継者なのですから、変な噂が立っては困ります。貴族とメイドには決して越えてはいけない壁があるのです。
Aqua nods in agreement with Fubuki.
私、ご主人様の足を引っ張りたくないんです。ご主人様はきちんと家を継いで由緒正しい女性と結婚するのが一番の幸せでしょうから、そこに私の入る隙間なんてありませんよ。
無理をしないようにとは言えませんね。無理をさせているのは私ですから。私は部屋で休んでいます。アクアさんは社交パーティーの準備をしていてください。
はい、お仕事頑張ります。
Aqua replies enthusiastically to keep her spirits up. However, the overwhelming guilt she feels for Theo is welling up deep within her heart. The following days pass in the blink of an eye. Miss Marin and Miss Aqua are busier than usual as they're preparing for the party on top of their usual chores. Usual choirs. Sister also watches over them, occasionally giving advice to make sure there are no accidents during the party. I, on the other hand... Feeling completely drained, I sit in my chair, staring blankly at the cat figure I made, and I sigh deeply. I put my heart and soul into making this, only for Miss Aqua to reject me. Even the cat's face is starting to look sad. Okay. Tomorrow's her birthday. I wonder what I should do with this. I still think there's a chance I can give it to Miss Aqua. Let's just leave it somewhere with a little note on it. I don't gotta make a thing of it, you know. Or, that's what I want to think. So I just keep it hidden in the back of my drawer, unable to throw it away. But if I do get the chance, would she even accept it? The moment I show her the present, she'll probably ask why I'm acting so prudently. My mind keeps spiraling down with more depressing scenarios, and it's starting to weigh in on me. Maybe everyone's right, and I'm just being stupid. If I hadn't done anything, then nothing would have changed, and I wouldn't be banging my head against the wall. Then suddenly, a strange pain pierces through me. It's so sudden that I instinctively clutch my chest. What was that? The pain shoots up from my chest to my head, and it starts to throb uncontrollably, making me feel as if I'm about to implode. I remember this pain. It's the same kind of pain I have right after my nightmares. Just as I start to realize this, I black out. When I come to, I find myself completely soaked from the rain. My hands have shrunk. From the looks of these clothes, I realize this is a continuation of my usual nightmare. Cold. I'm hugging my knees under a tree, trying to protect myself from the rain. But large drops fall from the leaves, robbing me of any warmth. Crosses my mind that maybe I should give up and go home. If I do, there will be a warm fireplace and a soft bed. But I can't give up now. Minato will definitely show up. I recall what Minato said to me when we parted ways yesterday.
何よテオと一緒に遊ぶのすっごく楽しかったのに。テオに歌を聴いてもらうのすごく楽しみにしてたのに。もう知らない。テオのこと大嫌い。
Minato's face was full of pain and confusion when she said this. But I'm sure she regrets saying that. I wanted to go after her, but I was frozen in shock when she said she hated me. I went home after that and spent the whole night kicking myself, like, why didn't I just call out to her? Why didn't I go after her? I don't want to feel that way again, so I can't give up. I'll keep waiting until Minato comes. Just then, I hear the sound of splashing footsteps. When I look up, I see a little girl running towards me while waving her hands. See? If you don't give up, your wish will come true. But just as I start to smile, my vision blurs and distorts.
ご主人様、寝ているんですか？ご主人様。
As I come to, I find myself slumped on my desk. It seems that I fell asleep at some point. Was I sleeping?
ご主人様、開けますよ。
Yes, you... As I'm about to respond, I see the cat figure sitting on my desk. Wait, hold a second, please. I hastily hide the figure in the drawer, then invite Miss Aqua to enter. Sorry, I fell asleep without realizing it. Do you need something?
お嬢様が社交パーティーの件でお呼びでした。体調が悪いようでしたらお断りしておきましょうか。
No, I'm fine. I'll go right now. I head towards the door. But just before I'm about to leave, I notice Miss Aqua looking at me, as though she has something to say.
談話室でのこと。 怒ってますよね。ごめんなさい。私メイドなのにあんな偉そうなこと言って。
I'm not angry. After all, nothing you or sister said was wrong. That's why I thought of giving up on celebrating Misako's birthday. That's because my behavior was unbecoming both as a noble and as a Francois family here. But if I gave up now, I'll definitely regret it later. Motivated by my dream earlier, I finally make up my mind. I won't give up. I'm going to celebrate your birthday, Miss Aqua.
ご主人様は意地っ張りです。私は祝わなくていいと言っているのに。
I'm sorry. I didn't know that I was this stubborn either. But I'm only able to be this sincere because it's you, Miss Aqua. I've always only thought about how I should behave as the heir to the Francois family. But now none of that matters. All I can think about is that I want to do something for you, Miss Aqua.
もうそこまで言われたらもう何も言い返せないじゃないですか。でもこれだけは約束してください。パーティー当日はホワイト家の皆さんを優先するって。私のお祝いなんて一番後回しでいいんですから。むしろ別日にしてもらってもいいぐらいです。
There's no reason for that. There's no reason for that. I'll make time without causing too much trouble for the White family's party. You can count on it.
あんまり豪華にされると緊張しちゃうんで、本当にほどほどでいいですからね。
Misako looks so sweet and cute being all flustered, so I simply smile back.
ちょっとご主人様、笑ってないでちゃんと約束してください。貴族の本気のお祝いなんてもらったら豪華すぎて倒れちゃいますよ。
Don't worry, just leave it to me.
ああ、もうさっきからずっとニヤニヤしてるじゃないですか。本当に任せて大丈夫かな。
Despite saying this, Misako smiles as if relieved. From the bottom of my heart, I'd do anything to protect her smile. Oh, you said the thing! Alright. Finally, the day of the party arrives, and the dignified white family sits in the dining room.
セーブするよ。本当に大丈夫？
I'm just saving cause went a bit without saving. Sister stands and raises her glass for a toast.
本日はお集まりいただき誠にありがとうございます。ホワイト家の皆様をお迎えできてとても嬉しく思います。ささやかではございますが、楽しいひとときをお過ごしいただければ幸いです。それでは両家の発展と友好を願って乾杯。
Sister raises her glass with a cheer and drinks. In a rare sight, perhaps because we have company, she keeps the devil's sauce sealed away and eats her meal with a smile. Miss Marin and Miss Aqua perform their duties promptly, and the dinner proceeds without any issues. Time flies briskly, and after the dinner and dance, I look at the clock and realize it's almost midnight. Sister and I continue to put on our best smiles, but after a while of constant cordial hosting, we both start feeling exhausted. Moreover, if I don't celebrate Miss Aqua's birthday soon, it'll be too late. But just as I'm getting more and more anxious, Count White stands up to call it a day. While inwardly fist-pumping in the air, we begin to say our goodbyes. However, this also takes a long time. As if using every word Count White knows, Count White declares to Sister and me just how wonderful the party today was. But now there are only 5 minutes left until midnight.
では皆様を玄関までお送りしましょう。Theo.
This is gonna be one of those things where you converse on the way to the exit, converse at the exit, and then converse outside of the exit. I'm sorry, but I have to go to the restroom. Aw, man, really? That's the best you got?
テオ
Sister, still smiling, looks at me with disappointment. Go, 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 go. It'd be fine if it was just me who got scolded, but I have to avoid causing any trouble for Miss Aqua. Damn. It's nothing. My apologies. We will see you out. This way, please. I say this and walk the White family to the entrance. Finally, they've left. After seeing them off, I let out a deep sigh. Even after that, it took them a while to leave, and now the day is over. In the end, I couldn't celebrate with Miss Aqua on the day of her birthday. Even though I promised to celebrate, I'm so pathetic.
ご主人様。
Miss Aqua, I'm sorry. I couldn't keep my promise.
いえ、いいんです。きっとこうなるだろうなって思ってましたから。ご主人様を信頼していなかったわけじゃないんです。でも、貴族のパーティーは長いって知ってましたから。
But if I were able to play my cards better, I could have snuck away during the party.
ダメですよ。メイドにかまけてパーティーを抜けるなんて、貴族に許されることじゃないです。私は単なるメイドなんですから、そこまで気を使っちゃダメですよ。
Miss Aqua acts lightheartedly, like she's trying to cheer me up. And although it makes me happy, I can't help but feel disappointed in myself. Maids and nobles. I know there's a big divide, but even if I manage to cross it somehow, Miss Aqua...
今日は一日お疲れ様でした。ごゆっくりお休みください。
Miss Aqua lightly bows and turns to leave the room. But I grab her hand without hesitation. Can you come to my room later? There's something I want to tell you.
もう遅いですし、明日になさったらどうですか？
No, there's something I need to talk to you about. Just the two of us. Please.
それは命令ですか？
You know what? Sort of serious expression suits her, somehow. It's not in order. This is me asking you from the bottom of my heart. Please. After saying what I wanted to say, I slowly let go of her hand.
おやすみなさい、ご主人様。
Man. I'll wait for you. But Miss Aqua just responds in cold silence. Oof. After parting ways with Miss Aqua, I return to my room. It's already been quite a while since then, but no matter how long I wait, there's no sign of her. Perhaps she really won't come today. No, I decided to wait for her, right? Yeah, nothing else matters. I'll wait, no matter how long it takes. I ignore the negative thoughts in my mind and resolve myself. Just as I'm struggling to keep awake. A light, yet hesitant knock at the door completely erases any feeling of drowsiness.
ご主人様、まだ起きていらっしゃいますか？
I'm awake. Please come in.
はい、失礼します。
I invite a nervous Aqua in and have her sit on a chair. I sit down on the opposite side of the table while exhaling deeply. I'm so glad you came. I was starting to think you'd never come.
すみません、遅くなっちゃって。
Don't worry about it. There was a lot to clean up, right?
それもありますけど、何を話したらいいのかわからなくて。この後、ご主人様がどんな話をするのか察しはついています。でも、それを伝えられても、私にはどうすることもできなくて。きっと嬉しい話なんだろうとは思います。でも、私は絶対 それを断らないといけないんです。貴族とメイドは絶対に一緒になれません。その常識を破ったら必ずご主人様も不幸になります。ご主人様だけじゃなくて、きっとお嬢様もマリンも。そんなの私は耐えられません。ご主人様はフランソワ家の跡継ぎなんです。だから私じゃなくてもっと他にいい人がいますよ。有力な貴族の女性と結婚して幸せな家庭を築いて家を継いで、それが一番じゃないですか。そうしたら誰も不幸になりません。私はご主人様のお世話ができればそれで十分なんです。
I'm sure Misako is thinking of me and speaking from her heart. Her slightly trembling voice is proof of that. So, I must also speak earnestly from my own heart. Thinking so, the honest feelings that I've kept bottled up inside begin flowing out like a bursting dam. Nothing you say is wrong, but even so, I cannot accept it. I love you, Miss Aqua. I can't even imagine spending my future with someone else. I feel a release, like being unbound from chains. I love you, Miss Aqua. Finally being able to say these words, I feel a surge of courage welling up from deep within me.
冗談はやめてください。私はメイドですよ。それもまだまだ半人前です。料理は下手だし、しょっちゅうドジするし、私にはご主人様に好かれる資格なんてありません。
But you're also hardworking and enthusiastic, and you're always considerate of me. Before, you told me that you wanted to support me, right? That made me so happy.
言いましたけど、あれはメイドとして支えたいっていう意味で。
I'll say it again and again. I love you, Miss Aqua. I want to be with you forever. Without thinking, I grab Miss Aqua's hand firmly and look straight into her eyes. Her face turns bright red and she averts her gaze. But even though her hands tremble, she doesn't try to shake off my grip. It's true that a noble and a mage should never join hands in love. Such a thing may cause trouble for many. But I don't care. I don't want to give up on you because of what other people may feel or think.
だってそれは仕方ないじゃないですか。私は貴族じゃないんだから。貴族じゃないからテオとは付き合えない、付き合っちゃいけないんだから。
Tears begin welling up in her eyes. Feeling guilt for making her cry, a bitter pain spreads in my chest. But even if it means I have to cause her more pain, I won't give up. There's nothing in this world more important to me than you, Miss Aqua. And it's because I feel this way, I don't want to ever miss celebrating another important day like this. I want to celebrate the birthday of the one I love without having to worry about what others think. That's the happiness that I wish for.
そのせいで全てをなくしちゃうかもしれないのに。
Losing you would be much, much more painful.
バカだよテオは。メイドとご主人様って関係なら何の心配もなくずっと一緒にいられたかもしれないのに、恋人になったら無理やり引き離されちゃうかもしれないのに、一緒にいられなくなっちゃうのに。
I'll do everything in my power to stop that from happening. Here, I'll prove it. I stand up from my chair and get down on one knee in front of Miss Aqua, in a pose in which a knight swears allegiance to his queen, but no noble would ever present themselves in such a manner to a mere maid. I, Theo Francois, swear that I will not cause Miss Aqua any more sadness. I swear to always shield her and stand by her, no matter our differences.
本気なんですね。
I look straight into her trembling eyes and nod firmly. I've been agonizing over this for days. Like, should I really be doing this, or will I only be causing you more trouble? But no matter how many times I thought about it, I was sure of one thing. I love you, Miss Aqua. I bow sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Normally, a noble would never lower their head for a maid, but I don't care about any of that. In front of the person I love, a noble's pride means nothing to me. Nothing else matters.
私、
Maybe it's because of the Dutch angle, but this is... I don't know, this looks really odd. Suddenly, Miss Aqua swallows her words. She closes her eyes, and after taking a few breaths, she slowly opens them again, looking at me with teary eyes.
ご主人様はずるいです。私だってずっと言うの我慢してたのに。私だってご主人様のいいところいっぱい知ってます。優しいし、頼りになるし、誠実だし。でも貴族とメイドは付き合えないからって諦めてたのに、私が気持ちを伝えたら迷惑かけるから、好きになる資格ないから我慢してたのに、それを全部ご主人様から乗り越えちゃうんだもん。ずるいですよ。
Sorry about that. Sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry.
泣くに決まってるじゃないですか。もう気持ちぐちゃぐちゃ。
She wipes her eyes with the back of her hand.
私、ご主人様に黙ってることがあるんです。でも、今は言えません。本当はすごく言いたいですけど、これだけはダメなんです。こんな私でも好きなままでいてくれますか？
Yes. I answer instantly, without an ounce of hesitation.
本当にちゃんと考えました。
I don't need to think about it. I'm sure everyone has a secret or two. There's no way I'd ever hate you over something like that. Never.
そっか。そっか。
That was...
本当の本当に私が好きなんですか？
Yes. I'll say it as many times as it takes for you to finally understand my love for you.
いいですよ、何度も言わなくて。恥ずかしいじゃないですか。それにご主人様の気持ち痛いほど分かりましたし。今日のことはマリンやお嬢様には内緒ですよ。言ったら多分大騒ぎになりますから。
Of course. That's what I intend, but... Does that mean you accept my confession?
はい。あ、でもいきなり変なことはダメなんですから。
Yet. I wasn't planning on it. We both fall awkwardly silent. I feel overwhelmed by feelings of happiness and embarrassment. And in an instant, my face lights up, bright red.
どうしたんですか、急に黙っちゃって。やっぱり変なことしたかったとか。
No. I mean, it's not like I don't have any desire at all, but that isn't why... I'm just so happy you accepted my feelings. And I got a little embarrassed.
わかります。私も同じ気持ちですから。なんかこう、大きい声を出したくなりますよね。
The moment our eyes meet, we both start laughing for some reason. Knowing our love is mutual, I overflow with happiness, and a fuzzy, tingling sensation ripples all over me. Ah, young love. Thank you, Miss Aqua, for accepting my feelings. I'll work hard, and I'll do my best to make you happy, Miss Aqua.
はい、信じています。これからもよろしくお願いします、ご主人様。
With this, we take our first step away from our master-maid relationship. Carrying something only between the two of us. A secret bond that nobody else would celebrate. I know that I'll never forget this day for as long as I live. Man, how long has it been? Okay. This is chapter 3. Or chapter 2. It means prologue and chapter 1 were... what? 6 hours? Well, 6 hours for me, I guess. Maybe closer to 5. How long we at? 120? Okay. I think I'll call it here. I'll call it here. Try to squeeze in another one this week, but up until Christmas, my weekends are spoken for. Let's see. No other major releases. I did grab a couple things from the Steam sale, so I might sneak something in there. Just quickly looking. Yeah, I might sneak something in there. I do want to visit that space one again with the puzzles, but I think that'll have to wait for when I have a lot more time to waste. It's getting to the end of the year, and there are a lot of projects that I don't know. You ever get assigned projects at work where it's like, oh, it'll be completed in January, when they say that it means it's going to be completed by January, and no real timeline. Alright, whatever. I don't think any of you guys would be interested in that. So next one, I'm gonna try to get it right to the end of this, and yeah, I would maybe only recommend this because of that weird text thing. I don't know, kind of drives me up the wall. Only recommend this on a sale, if ever, to be honest. And the people who like are actual fans of I guess any of the talents in this, you've already probably purchased it. Alright.
セーブするよ。本当に大丈夫？
8 for the 8th of August. Well, November, but 8/8, Aqua's birthday. Alright. Have a good evening.